In 1600, a private company was born in London. By 1800, it ruled more people than the United States does today. It had its own army, its own currency, its own prisons, and no one ever voted for it. This is the true story of the most powerful corporation in human history. Welcome to History's Echo, where forgotten power returns, and history reveals who really ruled the world. On December 31st, 1600, Queen Elizabeth I signed a single document. It didn't look dangerous, it didn't declare war, it didn't claim land, but it quietly created a monster. The document granted exclusive trading rights to a group of English merchants. Their name was simple, the East India Company. At first, they were just traders, sailing to Asia for spices, silk, tea, and cotton. But trade, when backed by guns, changes quickly. Within decades, the company realized something powerful. If you control trade routes, you control economies. If you control economies, you control governments. By the mid-1700s, the East India Company was no longer just doing business in India, it was running India. The company raised its own private army, over 260,000 soldiers, twice the size of the British Army itself. These soldiers were not loyal to a nation, they were loyal to shareholders. The company collected taxes, passed laws, appointed rulers, removed kings. In 1757, at the Battle of Plassey, the company defeated the ruler of Bengal using bribery and betrayal rather than brute force. That single victory handed them control of India's richest province. From that moment on, India stopped being a civilization and became a balance sheet. To maximize profits, the company transformed India's economy. Farmers were forced to grow cash crops instead of food. Local industries were crushed to protect British manufacturing. Taxes were raised beyond survival levels. The result? One of the deadliest famines in human history. Between 1770 and 1943, over 30 million Indians died under company-driven economic policies. And yet, profits soared. Shareholders in London grew rich. British tea became cheaper. The Industrial Revolution accelerated, all funded by corporate rule. This wasn't colonialism in the traditional sense. It was corporate empire. The East India Company even influenced British politics. Members of Parliament owned company shares. Laws were written to protect profits. When corruption became impossible to hide, the British government didn't destroy the company. It absorbed it. In 1858, after a massive rebellion in India, the British Crown took direct control. But the damage was already done. India's wealth had been drained. Its institutions weakened, its people left impoverished. The East India Company was officially dissolved in 1874. But its legacy didn't die. It left behind a blueprint, a model where corporations influence governments, profit overrides human cost, economic control replaces military occupation. Sound familiar? Modern multinational corporations don't need armies. They have supply chains, lobbyists, debt systems. History doesn't say corporations are evil. History warns us what happens when power grows faster than accountability. The East India Company didn't fall because it was too powerful. It fell because the world finally noticed. Today, corporations don't fly flags. They don't rule openly, but power still concentrates. And history still leaves warnings. If you understand the past, you see the future coming. This is History's Echo. Follow for stories they don't teach, but repeat anyway.